I can't breathe in this thing!
And we're coming up on cycle 700. And I'm losing the fight between both Entropy, Sprawl, and my computer's ability to run this game. I have so many problems. Food bounces up and down. I'm wasting time staring at animals. My base layout is terrible. Of course, you knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. Things just get further and further away. Just leave that sitting there. And yeah, I don't know. It's getting rougher and rougher. If I want to move across the map, I gotta pause. Otherwise, things kind of bog down. Had to go after both of these. I think I have a third one, don't I? Anyway, these stupid thermal nullifiers just to cool my water down to grow food. These guys are all gonna starve to death. Because this thing took a nap. And I didn't get any giant carbon belching form of power going. Which is unfortunate because they're just stupidly cute. I'm literally farming them just because I find them really, really cute. Cute little gooey things. Tried to throw on more power. Not sure it's working. Turns out I had like 27 fry eggs in here. And I thought, I remember turning this to letting you store critter eggs. And they hit here, and then they filled this tank. And they all got very cranky because they were they were viciously overcrowded. I've got like 7 or 8 arbor trees. I mean, theoretically, I could run on ethanol, but yeah, I don't see it going much further. I literally cannot produce enough dirty water to run my farms, which is not a problem I thought I would have. Like, yeah, I had a problem keeping the sleet wheat growing. Had to set up this entire operation just so I could grow sleet wheat. Literally, just so I could grow sleet wheat. So I could feed these guys, pepper bread. Because it's got a high morale bonus. Had a couple guys top out at about 30% stress. Can't keep things going. Attempts at cooling are causing a problem. I don't know what I'm going to do with this when it boils over because I have nowhere to send it. It's kind of one disaster after another. Just dawned on me. That polluted water problem is bigger than I thought because I can't even get into ethanol because I don't have enough polluted water to feed these things. They want... Where are you? 70 kilos of polluted water per cycle. The only things I've got making that are natural gas generators. And like some slime refineries that I probably shouldn't even be running in the first place. Whatever they are. Yeah. So either, this is really dumb. The only way I'm going to get enough polluted water is to either do a bunch of petroleum stuff So I have output water, but then why do the ethanol? You have one of those days. Just, well, scant 30 cycles later, and we got this thing clanking away. I'm not even really sure we're making a lot of any real extra power here. Tried to automate it with the loaders and the sweepers. I don't think that guy's going to keep going. He's got the tune-up, so he's 3 kilowatts. This guy will eventually get it, so that's 4.6. I forget how much all of this stuff takes. But it's a lot of stuff. Supposedly, according to the wiki, this is supposed to crank out enough dirty water to satisfy a whole bunch of trees. I'm supplementing it with basically 70 or 80 cycles worth of stank water out of these natural gas plants, but I'm skeptical as to whether or not I'll get everything going. Fortunately, I've got a huge stockpile of lumber. And maybe I can get these guys to move this gob of water so I can start. I do have an 8th tree. Wiki says 7.2 trees per. Yeah, okay. Says. What it says and what we'll get are always two different things, right? Water absolutely everywhere. Food situation has gotten even worse. No matter how many things I attack and kill, can't get enough surf and turf made to keep people happy. You're waiting for 50 grams. You know how small 50 grams worth of meat is? Pretty damn small. Probably should have gone into Pacu farming a lot earlier. I'm about convinced I'm going to lose the war on Entropy soon. Maybe not like right away, but eventually. And I'll play this game again and hopefully make less of the same mistakes. One thing I was not prepared for is the sheer volume of carbon dioxide this puts out. This is excessive. Oh boy, this is bad. Here, you know what? There, just keep cranking it out. Don't care. The happiest my slicksters have been all day. I may have to build another thing of them. Actually, at the very least, I'm going to need to block them in completely so none of that's spilling back out top. And then this is bad. I was like, oh, okay, I got a carbon skimmer that deals with all this stuff. It's not dealing with all this stuff. It's really not dealing with all this stuff. I have to get rid of all this water too somehow so it doesn't flood that little carbon skimmer. It works. It's loud and it's expensive. I have no idea what the positive power output is. At least the lumber's being, well, they're harvesting it, but it's being automatically shipped, which is interesting. If I had thought about it, I would have. Let's shut you up for a minute. If I'd thought about it, I would have put in some way to truck stuff out. Like the polluted dirt. It's a learning experience. It's all learning. It's all learning what works and what doesn't work, right? This certainly seems to work. I still don't know what the heck everyone is doing because they're never anywhere they want them to be until I tell them priority 9, but what do we got here? Ton of lumber. One nice thing is that, given I've been farming arbor acorns forever, lumber. Yeah, I got a ton of lumber. What I do need to do is, now that I can. What was that gold volcano? I think that's the next thing I gotta do. I've got almost all the gold amalgam on the map, so if I want any actual gold, I gotta pull it out of a volcano. Oh, come on, where are you? No, that's that. Wow, that's not good. You are my fresh water supply. You're gonna go off again anytime soon. I don't know, because I can't send anyone there to check it out. One thing after another. A mere 100 cycles later, I got caught up doing a few things. Leave me alone. I had some stupid things to solve and a few little dumb, stupid problems to deal with. But finally ready. I built this thing like 200 cycles ago. I'm gonna use it. Gotta charge the lines for these aqua tuners. Of course it's, yeah, of course. And it's night, because it's always night. It's like in Minecraft. I want to do something. It's night. Oh, for real? No, let's not build that out of that. There. And all hands on that, because if I don't, it'll never get done. And I suppose I should block that off. So I've done everything I intend to do in there. So the plan is to spin these up. I'm going to charge the lines with ethanol. I've got a fair amount. This thing doesn't run, I think it runs about 50% of the time. The problem with that is it doesn't produce, because it only runs 50% of the time, it really only has enough dirty water to run 4 farms. Where'd that come from? Why did it come down that way? Oh, I broke a line. Right. I'd moved something out of the way and I just mindlessly hit delete and that happened. let's priority 9 all of that. But yeah, it's only got enough. Is it because of the uptime? It only makes enough to really satisfy 4 of these. It's unfortunate. I don't want it running all the time, though. Like, it's kind of a waste of resources, really. What are you doing up here? Got some lines being charged there. Are you running it? Oh, Jesus. Ah, come on, guys. Really? Okay, this should fire up any second now. Plunk. I have no. What do you mean no power? You're plugged into the mains. I know I plugged you in. What's going on now? Oh, for frick's sake. Okay, don't ask me why, but they're running now. Okay, I guess they just hadn't decided to connect. So this just has to go around long enough for me to build up a little bit in there. Thanks, furnace. And then we're going to priority 9 a disconnect here. Hope someone shows up for it. Alright. Here we are. So these are taking in. This is hot ethanol to start with, and this thing came out of the pipe hot. So it's going to take a long time to cool all the stuff off. 4051. That knocks a bit more off. This is going to take forever to cool off, but when it does, I'll be able to plug something in here, cool it all off, and then these should heat up enough. If they heat up enough to boil all this water, it'll do the cheaty heat delete thing. It's going to take a long time, though. Like, we are slowly cooling down this big tank of ethanol. It'll take a long, long time. But with all this stuff running, I'm seeing spikes of 12 kilovolts. I saw it 12. A whole bunch of stuff kicked in, I saw it 12. So let's see how long it takes to fill the batteries back up. Because I don't want to run everything too damn hard. 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, it's going to take like, oh, wow, yeah, we might be, it's charging. It's certainly charging. We're going to have to find a few more, at least one more power source. That's a lot. I'll have to do some math and see how much we got going on. I actually do have a fair bit of incidental oil over here. Yeah, these cute little mongrels. 1, 2, 3. Hold still. Oh, cramps. Okay, they're not happy. Well, that's why there's an egg in there. You can store those. Someday this will all get made. How about you guys? You're cramped because of that egg. No, and there's an egg in there too. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you guys get a friend. When we get these eggs cleaned up, then maybe they won't be quite so glum. And I managed to get my puffed farm going again. So what happens is that there was the tiniest layer of regular water on top of this, which meant that the polluted water couldn't off-gas. So I had to like pump the whole thing down, pump it back into here. Now it's fine. So it only off-gases if there's as long as the pressure isn't too high. Well, one way to defeat that is running a gas pump. The pressure down here will never be high enough. That stuff is all getting spit out over here, filtering out what little oxygen there is. They're doing better. I don't know why it says hungry. You're surrounded by 3 kilograms of very breathable polluted oxygen. You should have no problem. He's going to die of old age. Someone want to come and incubate these things. Game. Like I said, there's game took a bit of a performance hit when I started doing the automation. That's what I get for playing a 12-year-old potato. This, I'm going to wait till all this stuff cools down. I made the mistake of trucking it out like as soon as possible. And that's why this whole area was like 50 some degrees, and I've got to cool it all back off again. In terms of the war and entropy, I did not help myself, but I managed to solve a few problems. I'm cooling out a bunch of water. I actually forget from where. There's so many pipes in this map, I'm having a hard time keeping track of what I've done. But keeping it cool enough in here, move the Bristle Blossom farm. Oh, now what? One buildings are entombed. The hell are you? Aw, don't tell me. The hell are you? Dirt? Should be dirt in there. Should be dirt in there at all. Well, son of a... God damn it. Well, there's one easy way to fix this. We'll just throw a switch on it and shut it off when we get an opportunity. And for some reason you got made out of iron ore. So, makes sense I ought to stop now. Could have swore I had those both made out of steel. Next run through this game, I'll try to not make all these many mistakes. But we're going to run this one into the ground eventually. And I'll see you in the future as I continue to do it.